How not to feel overwhelmed when learning a language. This is Susan Broder from Speak Languages and Travel the World, here to help you improve your English with minimum effort and maximum benefit. So you might have started learning a language, or English as in my case, and you feel overwhelmed. There's just too much. So the first thing you have to evaluate is, why are you learning this language? What do you need to do with it? Do you just need to use it to communicate when traveling, so for tourism? Do you need it for your job? Do you have a relative you want to communicate with? This is fundamental, because you can directly focus your language learning on these main points. So for example, if you needed to use it for tourism, go directly and try and learn the language for booking a flight ticket, a train ticket, eating in a restaurant, asking for directions. Whilst if you need it for your job, you may need more specific vocabulary. Is it for a presentation? Is it to understand your colleagues' questions? So it's very important to know why you're learning the language in the first place. Once you've focused on that, you can then focus on the language you need to learn with. Now, it's much better to learn a few phrases, a few tenses, and express yourself clearly than learn a lot of vocabulary and more complicated tenses, so you neither remember it nor express yourself well. It's much better to be clear and simple rather than try to show off with elaborate grammar and elaborate vocabulary that will only confuse your listeners and the people you're trying to communicate an idea to. So I would recommend focusing on the few things you need to communicate and learn those well. Don't don't get into overwhelm because you have 100 words to learn and I don't know how many tenses. Learn a little, learn to communicate with those words and with those tenses well, and then you can take the next step. It's better simple and clear than elaborate and unclear. Okay, so those are the main points you have to focus on, and I'll see if I can, in a subsequent video, give you some indications on vocabulary and sentences that can help you with general English. That's all for today. Bye! See you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe.